Hello there, Lorinda Carr here for Daily Vibe Check. It is Wednesday, May 12th. Tonight is our sign session. Make sure to follow us like on Spiritual Insight Guidance Network. We have a Facebook page called 3 Women, 1 Vision, sign, an acronym. And also on Instagram at Spiritual Insight Network, because Spiritual Insight Guidance Network was too long. So let's find out what Spirit wants us to know today. And what do we need to know for our greatest and highest good for this overall vibe today? What do we need to know? I'm going to mix these up a little bit. Okay. All right, 6 of Wands reversed. So this is a feeling of an empty victory. So yeah, you won, but at what cost? Yeah, so, or are you trying to win something? I feel like that gave me like a jolt. So that makes you feel like there's something you're trying to win at, but what's it going to cost you? And what's it worth in the end? Okay, so let's see what else is coming up here. The Hanged Man reversed. So this challenges us to look at things from a different perspective. Or maybe we've been waiting and we've been in that suspension of waiting and looking and watching, and now it's time to take action. Because when it's upright, you see it's upside down. It's that feeling of being suspended, like let's hold and wait and see what happens. Or, okay, well, normally I stand like this, but if I look upside down, everything looks very different. Ooh, I just saw another orb go flying by. Interesting. So this tells me that there's some feeling of either that waiting is over or you were not patient. Oh, that's what this is saying. Okay. If you jump the gun, jump into something head first for the win, maybe it's not going to be the win. Okay. It's not going to turn out the way that you're hoping because you're just jumping the gun. Let's see. I'm going to pull a Sacred Traveler card to see what we're supposed to be learning on the journey here. What do we need to know to kind of go with this, not kind of, but to go with the 6 of Wands reversed and this Hanged Man reversed? Okay, this one. All right. Surrendering to the journey, release control. Interesting. So this is saying you've got, here's your surrendering the journey, release control. This is saying you're trying to force something. You're trying to make something happen before it's ready to happen. You're not looking at all sides. You're just jumping right in. You're trying to control something, and at what cost? This is telling us you've got to back off, release control, and let things happen how they're supposed to happen. You can't force everything all the time. Sometimes it's divine timing. Sometimes it's a matter of things coming together in their, literally in their own time. Okay. Yesterday's card came about co-creation. We're in co-creation with Spirit. We need to be allowing Spirit to show us what we're needing to do. And just because you really, really want that square peg in a round hole does not mean it's going to fit just because you will it so, unless you're willing to deal with the damage that comes with it. So I really feel like this is challenging us to really evaluate, is it worth that small win in the long run to just jump in and control everything? Or is it better if we just sit back and let things kind of play out how they're supposed to play out? I feel like there's a very specific instance in this. Interesting to see how it plays out for me, since technically it's Monday right now, and I'm just recording these ahead of time. So I'm interested to see how this plays out and what comes up in this journey this week that forces me to say, okay, well, it's part of the process. And another interesting thought. So we just had competition this past weekend, and maybe we felt like we didn't really win everything we should have won, but maybe if we need to take a step back and look at from a judge's perspective, maybe we're not looking at from a judge's perspective the way we should. Okay. And maybe there's a reason that this journey is happening in the way that it's happening, and we need to release that control and see where that journey is actually taking us. What are our students learning from that? What are we as teachers learning from that experience? Maybe that gift of not winning first, only winning second, whatever. We have to look at things from a different perspective, and just kind of surrender, release the control, and know that not everything is within our power to do. There is a bigger plan sometimes at play here. And while we all have free will, we could do things, to change our lives, there's still an element of spiritual journey in there. There's still an element of karmic energy and energy that's going into things. So keep that in mind as you go through this fantastic Wednesday, hump day. We're halfway through. I guess at my age, I shouldn't be going, oh, wow, we're halfway through the week. Yay. I should be like, oh, gosh, slow things down a little bit. We're at the halfway mark. Yeah, I turned 50 this year. So I'd like to live to be 100 if I could, just because I like to do those kind of things. So maybe this year this is my hump day year. All right, so I should be thankful for hump day. All right, all, have a fantastic day. I hope to see some of you at sign session tonight. It's only $30. You get readings from Angie, Dana, and myself. We've got a nice little system going with that, and again, $30. Normally, if you get a reading from us, it's it's $100 just for a reading from any one of us. So for this is a really good gig. It lasts a couple hours. You get to hear other people's stuff, but nothing is disclosed. Like, nobody's popping out with, oh my goodness, so I know, girl, you had an affair. And nobody's airing out your dirty laundry. Nobody, because it's none of our business. We get symbols, we get messages from the other side. I'm a medium, so like spirit will bring people to me to communicate messages. And sometimes, relatives on the other side come through. Sometimes our spirit guides come through. Sometimes our higher selves come through with messages. So it's interesting. We never know what we're going to get until we're in it. And we're like, and the three of us, after we're all signed off, we're like, that was so cool. Even the three of us are just mind blown every single time. We've all three been doing this a really long time. So I'd love to see you all. Seating is limited. We only allow 10 people in, so we can give really good, solid readings. And sometimes it's interesting because when you're in a group setting like that, sometimes messages will actually be for more than one person. They resonate with other people as well. So that's always fun. We love sorting all that stuff out too. All right, have a great day. And kind of nice to be back for Daily Vibe Check. And I'll see you next time.